I think probably the Garth Olson, who taught in the 5th grade, was kind of special. And he taught us, what I remember, taught us the times tables. We used to have races on the times tables, and that was quite an exciting thing. And that stuck with me all my life. And then they always read us stories like The Bears of Blue River. You ever read that? And that kind of was really a good time in having him read these stories about the Bears of Blue River.
I guess my favorite teacher was Garth Olson, but I didn't have him until the 6th grade. I was up to the junior high. You know where they're building that new church up on the hill? That used to be the junior high.
My favorite teacher was Mr. Pay. I had him in 4th grade and also in 6th grade. And he is really a fantastic teacher. In fact, he inspired me so much, I too became a teacher. I taught 37 years in Nebo School District.
Reed Jones was the principal of the Peteetneet at that time. A really, really nice man. And sometimes they say that it's only the good that die young. But he died when he was 29. And all of us in the Peteetneet really, it was a bad time for us then because everybody liked him.
It was in junior high school, and she was my PE teacher, and her name was Miss Costley, and I loved her so much that I became a gym teacher too because of her.
I had a Mrs. McClellan in 1st grade who actually was my neighbor, and she was one of my favorite teachers. She was always very positive and really a nice lady.
My favorite teacher was Mrs. Betts, the 1st grade teacher, and she was really a well-liked teacher, and of course I learned a lot from her. And she was in the bottom floor, southwest corner, southeast corner of the Peteetneet.
Elizabeth Hewish was a 4th grade teacher. She thought I'd never learn how to spell Peteetneet, and I finally told her I did. And she said, prove it. P-E-T-E-E-T-N-E-E-T. So that satisfied her. And then she got on a lot of us kids and learning the alphabet. And it was quite hard for me. I guess I wasn't very smart. But anyhow, I had to pass a test. So she was a pretty tough teacher. But I went in and I told her the alphabet backwards. That about set her back a mile. But she said, that isn't what I asked. So I told her the alphabet. Now, how many people do you know that can say the alphabet backwards? C-Y-X and W-V, U-T-S and R-Q-P, O-M-N and L-K-J, E-S-G-F-E-D-C-B-A.
I remember Mr. Rust in 5th grade who taught half a day with Mr. Peterson, who was the principal. And that teacher, I think, is still living in Salem, and he was really a fun guy. I really liked him.
We had a teacher named Bolly Weiler, but we made him cry all the time. He wasn't too happy. I'm trying to think. I know the teacher that I disliked, Miss Lovelace. I disliked her. Tell you about her? She was mean. She was, you know, when I used to teach school also, and I used to tell jokes, you know, to make it a little funny once in a while, but not her. She was as dead as could be. She was hard to learn from.
Then did you hear about the tragedy, too, of one of the teachers? Well, she had gone to Europe to visit. I think her family was in Europe. And on the way back, she happened to be on the Titanic that sank. So she sank with the ship, which was very, very sad. Wow. It was very sad. It touched a lot of lives here in Payson. Then did you know about the contract that a teacher had to sign? A female teacher. Could I read it to you? I'm sorry my voice is like this. I had a little surgery that I'll never get over, but this is what female teachers had to sign. Number 1, the teacher is not to get married. This contract becomes null and void if the teacher marries. Number 2, teacher is not to keep the company of men. 3, teacher must be home between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless in attendance at a school function. Number 4, teacher may not loiter downtown in the ice cream parlors. Number 5, teacher may not leave town at any time without permission of the chairman of the board of trustees. Number 6, teacher is not to smoke cigarettes or drink wine, beer, or whiskey. This contract becomes null and void if teacher is caught smoking or drinking beer or whiskey. Number 7, teacher may not ride in a carriage with any man except her brother or father. Number 9, teacher is not to dress in bright colors. 9, teacher may not dye her hair. 10, teacher will not wear dresses more than 2 inches above her ankle. 11, teacher is to wear at least 2 petticoats. And 12, teacher is to bring a bucket to school to clean and scrub the building every week. Would you like to sign a contract like that?